Deep mid wicket for 6. That is what you want from this young Bangladesh side. Keep that scoreboard ticking and the sixes. Look at that. Virgin Atlantic, tournament number 6, number 88.
Since the last time we were on commentary together, the tally has doubled. We were at about 46, trying so hard to get Hong Kong to a 50.
Short and wide, but unable to time. He's looking to go over mid-off, but just getting the toe end of the bat.
I think, Nikhil, you and I have the responsibility of taking it to 100 sixes in this match.
You probably think we'll go way past 100, I have a feeling.
For Bangladesh's sake, yes.
And to make it exciting, even the Kiwis, when they come out looking to chase down whatever Bangladesh put on the scoreboard. Short and carted away towards long on. That's a 6 towards the KCC. And that's the tournament 6, number 89. There you have it, the Virgin Atlantic. Keep them flying high. You got to get it over the boundary line.
Bangladesh on 26, Virgin Atlantic on 89. Very similar start to their first game. They looked as if they were labouring, and suddenly in the middle they found their moxie and started to hit the big sixes. So they'll be eyeing 90 plus again.
You need that 1 over to change the momentum. 25, 30 odd in 1 over, and it gets the ball rolling like that. There you have it. Dancing down the track. Smart bit of hit over deep mid wicket for another fantastic 6.
So easy, he made that look so easy.
There you have it. Take a look at that. Dancing down the track, straight out of the screws. Big hit.
Atif Hussain.
Once again, looking to use his feet. Oh, brilliant bit of fielding there. This is the beauty about this format, Gautam. Guys looking to throw themselves, batsmen looking to hit 4s and 6s.
Yeah, we're here in the middle of Hong Kong, and what a beautiful part of the world it is. They call it the New York of the East, and they're not wrong. Often talk about it being a vertical city, but if you do look down from all the skyscrapers, there's plenty to see, plenty to do. And of course, this Kowloon Cricket Club is surrounded by those wonderful vertical spectators who look down on this ground every time the sixes take place. What a lovely facility we have here at the Kowloon Cricket Club.
Peter Fulton coming to ball, but conceding a boundary in the very first delivery. Short, slower bouncer.
He'd feel at home in Hong Kong. He's pretty vertical himself. He's a skyscraper. He's a human skyscraper, is Peter Fulton.
Well, you need to hit some skyscraping 6s, Peter Fulton. I believe his nickname's
2 Meter Peter.
2 Meter Peter. That's his height, and gold dust. That's a dot ball. Or is a no ball? 2 runs. No ball. There you have it.
Yeah, when it comes down from that height, everything's going to be a no ball. Just a little gentle offering that time. Good start from the 2 Bangladesh batsmen. Maybe they would have wanted to be 10, 15 runs to the good at this stage. But this is when they exploded in their first match. Atif Hussain, Mahidul Islam, Ongkon.
In the slot, and that is up and over, straight into the scoreboard, and 6 more to the tally for the Bangladesh side. And there you have it, tournament 6, number 91. We're getting closer. I said we'll get way past 100, Gautam.
Yeah, that was Ongkon. Mahidul Islam Ongkon.
That smart bit of cricket there. Just using the pace of the bowler, opening the face of the bat at the last minute, toying with the field settings, and picking up another boundary.
All about the placement. You can get a big 6, and then if you know that there's a delivery that's not going to offer you a 6, do the next best thing, get 4.
Outside edge, looking to heave it over, extra cover, but in any form, you need the boundaries coming, and that's another 4 towards third man.
All these guys are under 19, but they're playing with heads of 30-year-olds. They're playing with experience. They're playing smart cricket. The Hong Kong sixes is not just about hitting 6s.
would have been called wide. Did well to reach it actually in the end.
Captain walks out. Saif Hassan, captain of the regular under-19 team as well. And there's 4 more. There's 4 more just squeezed out. Doesn't matter how they come.
Bangladesh making to move on. 59 for no loss. It's been a good start for them now. And I'm sure Saif, like he batted brilliantly in that first game, would want to continue and make sure he gets his team on the other side of 90. Take a look at that. Plenty of matches to come.
Yes, we're watching the New Zealand Kiwis taking on Bangladesh. We've got MCC against the home side coming up next, and then Sri Lanka. It's a big one, thing to look forward to. Pakistan, winning momentum with South Africa, have won 2 out of 2. It's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. Should have a few more folk in for that.
That'll be an interesting game because the Pakistan side, known for their bowling, and South Africa getting 115, the maximum in the tournament so far. That is going to be one good competition to watch out for. In the block hole. Good bit of bowling. Just the one. Very quickly to take on Gautam, where you left off about Hong Kong. The city is a great place to come and shop. Fantastic restaurants. It is absolutely incredible.
It's my first time. You're the veteran here. Speaking of that, a bit of a veteran delivery from Shannon Stewart, and he gets rid of after a great innings from Atif Hussain, the left-hander. That's the place you need to bowl. We talk about traditional cricket shots that can be played here. Traditional deliveries, like the ones in the block hole, get you the wickets. Look at that. Perfect. Under the bat.
Under the bat, the batsman miss, you hit. That's what you want. And it's very hard to get these sort of deliveries away as well. And that's why Stewart redeeming the benefits of bowling a good length delivery straight into the block hole.
It's all about a bit of fun. It's all about the festivities. Wonderful occasion here, but you can't forget the cricketing basics, and that's what teams like Bangladesh with their under-19 squad will want to focus on. Yes, they want to win matches, but they don't want to be doing silly things, inventing things that they don't really know, and so far they've done it well.
Short wide. We'll have to see if the umpire calls that wide or that is within the permissible limits of the batsman missing. It's a dot ball. Gold dust coming from Stewart. Been a good start for him. Just conceding the 2 runs in the 4 deliveries that he's bowled so far. Another brilliant delivery. Straight into the block hole.
What an over from Shannon Stewart. We had a fabulous over in the previous game from Aubrey Schwanepol, the captain of South Africa. He gave 5 runs and picked up a wicket. Is this going to better that? 5 deliveries, 1 for 2, Shannon Stewart. Take a bow.
I think he has bettered that. What a great over. Just conceding 3, picking up that wicket. So this has been the best over of the tournament so far. Incredible stuff. Just looking to bowl with a single focus mind. I want to bowl in the block hole. Take a look at that smile. It tells you the story.
What about the other Kiwis? All getting around him. Well done, Shady. Certainly, that's turned things around this match. They were motoring along, were the young Bangladesh side.
I'm not sure. Is he a regular bowler, Shane? Or is that the reason why all the Kiwis came about and looking to congratulate him for a fantastic over if he's a part-timer?
Yeah, he is a regular bowler, but we're lucky to have a director who comes from that part of the world. Always gives us some reliable information on the Kiwis. Maybe we'll get a few more secrets about this team as we go on.
Looking to get into the block hole, but missing it. Low full towel. Looking to use the feet, and what a hit. That has been huge. Just going over the Hubla Big Bang target. He could have got 12 for that, Gautam.
Onik. And this time, swing and a miss. The bowler's not happy with that. Elliot Hurd, he goes wide. Yeah.
That is so unfortunate. Beats him in flight. That's the delivery. But we're talking about the previous delivery. Dances down the track, takes it on the full, hits it over long on for a 6. That's one ball. Looking to hoik it over deep mid wicket, but keeping it simple. Hurt, straight. The batsman missed, and you hit.
Yeah, he proves that some people need to be heard and not seen. Captain of Bangladesh dismissed for 5. This is a bit of trouble for the young side.
Actions speak louder than words. There you have it. Slow, mixing up the pace, looking to hit it outside Hong Kong, but to be able to do that, you need to connect, my friend. So unfortunately for Bangladesh, their captain goes, and you're right about that. They're in a spot of bother. Just 71, 4.3 overs. Oh, great bit of bowling. Oh, take a look at that piece of fielding. Fantastic bit of work from Hurd.
We saw the South African wicketkeeper miss the stumps in the previous match from 4 millimeters away, but what an effort there from young Elliot Hurd. Picked it up, turned around, realized that he didn't need to throw, dived in, and perfect result. Again, good thinking. Instinctively, you want to throw the ball. 2 things could have happened. One, he could have missed the stumps, conceded 4. Instead, he's got the batsman back. 71 for 3. Very quickly. 2 new batsmen at the crease. Robiul Haq picks up a boundary. And he's been joined by Monirul Islam, the left-arm orthodox bowler who bowled the last over of the previous game against Sri Lanka. And what a last over he bowled. Now he's got the duty with the bat. You need the hats. It's warm, it's sunny out there.
2 sixes required by Bangladesh to get to 987. They won't get past their previous best score in the tournament, but they'll have to bowl really well. First effort, but doesn't clear the man on the field, but all that just ricochets off the fielder's hand for a 6. That's the first 6 and the 93rd of the tournament so far.
Second off this over from Elliot Hurd. Some valuable runs towards the end of the innings for Bangladesh, testing all their young players.
Good bit of bowling. And looking to steal the bye. Yes, been able to get that bye, but 82 is what Bangladesh get. So I think the Kiwis will be very, very happy in their effort in the field. 83 chasing is not such a bad idea.
Just over 16 runs and over. That, in fact, is the lowest score of the tournament so far. Posted batting first. That's what the Bangladeshis did. What a good start there from Mohidul Islam. But he had to retire. Only they could have got him back towards the end of the innings. But fabulous over from Shannon Stewart, I think, really changed everything. 3 runs if you can concede in 1 of 5, then you'll win pretty much more matches than you lose. 22 for Hussain, just 82 for 3 for Bangladesh. But remember, we keep the action going fast and furious. It means the toss for the next match is in the hands of Kathy.
Yes, well, 2 teams who are yet to win a game this tournament, Hong Kong and the MCC. Standing alongside me are the captains, Bubba Hart from Hong Kong and Samit Patel from the MCC. Bubba, you have the toss. Your call?
Heads.
Heads. 2 is tails. So, Bubba, what do you like to do?
We'll have a ball first again and see.
Ball first again. Well, you haven't won a game so far. What are you hoping the boys improve on this game?
I think we haven't played our best cricket at the moment, so we're trying the same to play our best cricket and hopefully turn up with the win.
And personally, yourself, how your performance is going? You've been all right with the bat.
Yeah, I'm all right with the bat. Just need to focus on my bowling so a bit more and try to bowl as many dot balls as I can. So just take them under good power total and try to chase it down.
Bubba, all the best.
Thank you.
Samit, happy with that call?
Yeah, I don't mind. What do we do first? We've just got to do it well.
Yeah. And how are the boys settling into Hong Kong? A lot of you guys are here for the first time. What do you make of it?
Oh, it's a great city. Obviously, a great honour to work for the MCC in this sort of tournament. So, no, yeah, the boys are settling really nice.
Heard they've been enjoying the Hong Kong nightlife. How are they feeling today?
Yeah, a little bit subdued for them. But, yeah, no, we're good.
You would be able to tell from some of the fielding we saw in the first game. It was quite impressive.
I've never seen Steve-O catch like that, so that's quite good.
We'll be replaying that one. Enjoy and good luck for the next game.
Thank you.
there we have it, guys. Hong Kong have won the toss and elected to bowl. It's back to you.
Thank you, Kathy, there. Oh, some of the captains will be a bit worried about going up to toss with her. Their private lives are being exposed, but when you're in Hong Kong, yes, you've got to enjoy every aspect of the city, the cricket, and there's the points table so far, as you said. South Africa, Pakistan will be a cracker of a clash. That's coming up later in the afternoon. They've won both. Pakistan have won 1 out of 1. This is what happened with the Bangladesh innings.
Yeah, slow start, but in the middle, look to get some sort of momentum going for them, but then towards the late innings, lost some wickets, and that's why couldn't post a big enough target, just getting 82. Some nice innovative shots by the young Bangladeshi batsmen, but weren't consistent. Those boundaries and sixes weren't coming at regular intervals for them. And that's the over Gautam was talking about, just conceding 3 runs and picking up those wickets, and then Hurd bowling pretty well as well. And look at that piece of fielding there. Absolutely fantastic there. On top of his game. And towards the end of the innings, that's the misfield that the Kiwis would want to forget very, very quickly.
Not to mention, it was right in front of one of our cameras. That's not a place you want to misfield. New Zealand Kiwis are in action for the first time in the 2017 Hong Kong Sixers. They've got the luxury of chasing the lowest target we've had set so far today. This is match number 6 of the tournament.
Thanks to that fantastic bowling effort by the Kiwis, in particular Stewart, who just conceded 3 runs. Out for the chase. The opening batsman for the Kiwis, like Gautam said, just chasing 83. So at least most sides winning the toss, Gautam would enjoy chasing. They want to see what is the kind of score that they're looking to chase down. It helps them set their batting order, even the momentum of how you got to go in the first couple of overs. But these low scores can be a little tricky as well.
They can be, and remember they've been asked to chase. Bangladesh won the toss, decided to bat first. Graham Begin and Ronil Hira opening the batting. A little surprised not to see Tumida Peter coming up. That's where he's accustomed to bat, up the order. Guess he's letting his younger batsmen start things off.
Afif will start proceedings, left arm spinner. He'd be looking to bowl a good over, something more like what Stewart did. Just conceded 3 runs. When you're looking to defend a small total, you need to start well with the ball.
And shouts of catch it, he takes the catch, and what a start for the young Bangladeshi side. Come on, get the dance out, you boys. A wicket off the very first ball. Oh, there it is, there it is. They know how to dance, they know how to party. Oh, look out for them in Hong Kong today.
And we're talking about good starts. Take a look at that. And they've got all the right in the world to go out there dancing and celebrating, because on the very first delivery, Afif picks up a wicket. Great bit of field placement as well. Bowling to your field.
I can tell you what, Nikhil, it's officially Halloween on 31st of October, but they celebrate in Hong Kong on the Friday and the Saturday just before. And the Kiwis have had a proper Halloween horror start. Goodness gracious me. Ronil Hira, the batsman, crossed, so he'll be on strike against the captain of Bangladesh. And I think that's 2 and 2. It's 2 and 2, folks. What a start!
Talk about a good start. Dancing down the track, missing the ball. I'm not sure if they back-hauled it wide or not, but the wicketkeeper, smart piece of work by them. 2 and 2. Not the start that New Zealand were hoping for. Take a look at this. Dances down the track, a little bit of turn, and there you have it. And Khan being up to the task.
What presence of mind from the wicketkeeper. Well done, Bangladesh. Well done to this young bunch of under-19 players preparing for the Asia Cup, preparing for the under-19 World Cup in New Zealand in January. And guess what? They're playing against New Zealand. They won't get a visa.
Not after the way they've started with the ball. Gautam, absolutely fantastic. And this is great exposure for them as well, to build that confidence, to be out there representing your country in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Sixers. They might not have got too many runs on board, but they certainly have pecked back New Zealand. Great start in the first over.
Brad Kashopa.
That was in the slot, and that is gone. Big hit. And that's what you wanted from the Kiwis, just to break the shackles. Virgin Atlantic Tournament 6, number 94. We're getting closer. We need 6 more, Kottamanai. That's what we spoke about. Once again, slog sweep and times it to perfection. Towards the swimming pool. And that's 6, number 95. There you have it. So started off well, the first 2 deliveries, but conceding 2 sixes in the next 2. Top edge, but for 6. I thought for a moment that the fielder was getting under the ball, but nevertheless, top edge goes for 6. So 2 wickets on the first 2 balls and then 3 sixes.
And we're still in the first over. We're still in the first over. It's been an epic, just this 1 over.
That's the beauty about the Hong Kong Sixers. Never a dull moment in the game. Never a dull moment. Every single delivery, there's something exciting happening.
So we've started with a wicket, a wide and a wicket, then 3 sixes, a single. What's left?
The Hublot Big Bang. A 12.
No, a
dot ball.
We haven't had one of those. We haven't had one of those. Thank you very much.
End of an eventful over. There you have it. That's what you're going to be targeting if you want to get 12. Go with the bang. Target the Hublot Big Bang. Get 12. Maximize your effort.
And this is how the innings started. A big, big hit went straight into the hands for a wicket of the opening ball. Then a wide delivery that the wicketkeeper pounced on. And that was 2 wickets in 2 balls. Plus, of course, 2 runs for the wide. So it was 2 for 2 at the end of 2 balls. And then we had Virgin Atlantic taking off right in the middle of Hong Kong.
Oh, that's a big hit. Beautifully played over the bowler's head for 6. Great bit of timing there. Very nearly got a cameraman. I think that's tournament 6, number 96.
A little bit more muscle and we'd be ducking for cover.
Wide. That's what you don't want to be doing. That's 8 of the worst. Just the 1 delivery so far.
I can tell you this guy is going to be someone to watch out for in New Zealand. He's sharp, gets the ball to move, and imagine those New Zealand conditions early in the morning and he's bowling in the Under-19 World Cup. He'll be a handful.
Definitely a kid to watch out for the future, especially if he can swing that ball. Turning around, but in the slot. That's a towering 6. That is a towering 6. And that's number 97. Does he retire? He's moved on to 31. Yes, not happy. He's got to go out there and want to do a little bit of more work for his side, but he's got to retire. Retiring. He was at 25, then hitting that 6. Remember, after 30, you're allowed 1 hit, whether you get a single, a boundary, or a 6. Or you could get a 12 if you target the Hublot Big Bang.
So new man in now for New Zealand is Shannon Stewart. Man with the magical over.
And started with magic as well. Cover driven for 6. There you go. He's in momentum and rhythm.
It's his game. 1 for 3 in 1 over. 6 of the first ball he faces.
It's a great looking cricket shot as well. Just cover driven for 6. And guess where it ended up? In the Virgin Atlantic Corporate House.
Good spot, Nikhil.
Very smart bit of cricket there. Not looking to muscle it away, but just for placement and using the pace of the left arm fast bowler. Good bit of cricket there.
Bangladesh just don't have enough runs on the board, despite that dream start. 2 wickets and 2 deliveries. they'll know that with a few of these shots flying all over the place, they're up against it, the youngsters. That'll help.
That definitely will help. Looking to Hoy kids, but they need a couple more deliveries like that if they want to get back into the game. They started off pretty well, getting wickets in the first over, first 2 deliveries, and then just conceding 20 odd in the rest of the 4 deliveries, and another big 6. You said you wanted a little bit of more muscle. We were ducking for that one.
We were. That was just about 1.5 meters away from our commentary box. That is one of the bigger hits of the day. There you have a look at. That's where we are, just above the blue umbrella.
Plenty of muscle in that, and great bit of timing as well.
I think that's one of the downsides to bowling a little bit quicker, because the faster it comes, the faster it goes off the bat.
Until unless you are able to put it in the block hole.
Oh dear. Qazi Onik Islam, 30 runs off that over. Just don't want any of these youngsters to be demoralized. They'll have to understand the format. It's par for the course at times. The best in the world have gone for a few.
Outside edge, and there'll be 4 more to the Kiwis. Munir beat him in the flight, but outside edge, getting 4. As long as they keep coming for the Kiwis, boundaries is what they need.
Slightly different role for Munirul Islam. He bowled the last over when they were defending against Sri Lanka. Now he's bowling in the middle. He's obviously their go-to bowler. They don't want the game to run away from them yet. 56 in just the 3rd over.
Straight towards long on, just the 1. Couple of more deliveries like that, slipping a couple of dot balls. Look to put some sort of pressure. Otherwise, Kiwis, I guess, would be looking to just run away with the game.
Quick finish here. We're just in 26th minute. Looks like the Kiwis want to finish it in a hurry.
Straight to the man of covers, just the 1. Yeah, they're in a bit of hurry. 26 minutes into the game. A great outing with the ball. Just allowing Bangladesh to get to 82. 83 is what they need. Looking to chase, and they're making that chase pretty easy. The way the 6s are flying about. Another big hit by Stewart. A great outing with the ball. And take a look at that. Bang, in the slot and over the scoreboard.
This time over extra cover. That's going to be maximum again. No, it's not. It's just about falling short. Shane and Stewart not wanting to bring up the boundary, or rather the 100 for Virgin Atlantic yet. They still could. 15 needed of 13. If you bowl there, it's ideal. Just a couple of runs. The end of the 3rd over. New Zealand well on their way to victory in their first outing in this tournament. 70 for 2. What we've got coming up next is the home team is coming up next. That's the next opponents for the New Zealand Kiwis. We saw the toss a few minutes ago. MCC against Hong Kong, already under the cosh as far as Kathy was concerned. Captains under pressure even before they stepped on the field. Hong Kong won the toss. They've decided to bowl first. That's the next match we have coming up. As Babar Hayat said, again, let's try and improve on our performance.
Oh, great bit of fielding there at the sweeper cover. Young guys looking to throw themselves about. They don't want to give any easy runs. Short and bludgeoned away towards long off, but man at long off there.
tell you, Nikhil, there's one man in the Bangladesh squad who won't want to see anyone injured, and that's their coach, Damien Wright, because he is listed as a player coach with 6 players here from Bangladesh. If one of them gets injured, he's due to play. Damien Wright to coach the Hobart Hurricanes. It's a good shot. That is a lovely shot from Elliot Hurd.
Yeah. Huck would be thinking that he got the ball in the right sort of area, but take a look at this. Hurd just getting under it, and what a great shot. Straight past the ball of a 4. Well, they just need 7 of 9 deliveries. Looking to hit it over and handsome, but not been able to time it, and good cotton ball. Sun was in the eyes, but was able to take an easy catch. Huck there.
Well done, Rabiul Huq. Just kept his eyes on the ball. That was important. Yes, you will have the sun against you, but if you've positioned yourself in time and you watch it into the hands, that's what he did. Good technique for, they're already youngsters, but for even younger youngsters watching, we've got plenty of ball boys around. It's great technique, just over the eyes, and you had to have the hands cupped.
Full toss, leg stump, that's 4, that's gone. Save the legs. There you go. Just 3 now needed of 7 deliveries. So I'm sure for Bangladesh, they'll be going back into the dressing room, working out their strategy. They need to get on the other side of 90 to be able to defend that sort of target.
Oh, that's a wide, a couple of runs, so that means scores are level. What a lovely outing it's been for Peter Fulton. He's just walked out there, naught of naught, stretched his hands at the non-striker's end, and he's going to watch the winning runs being scored. That's great captaincy.
That's it. That should be the winning runs for New Zealand. Singled down to long on. That's it, yes. 83. It's been a good game for New Zealand. The start has been good. The important 2 points in the kitty.
Yeah, you can't say that Peter Fulton didn't break a sweat. He actually had to run 1 run physically for his partner, but it's been a good outing for them. The New Zealand Kiwis coming out, and it was all about their performance with the ball, particularly that man on your screen, Shannon Stewart. Batted well, but when he bowled 1 over, picked up a wicket for just 3 runs, and that itself is a match-winning performance in this format of the game. And hopefully we can get him to take that helmet off, and we'll hear from him in a short while from now, because he's always there and waiting to chat to one of the players of the game. Just remind you of what happened there. Dramatic start as they set out to chase the lowest score in the tournament so far. Begin and Hira were both dismissed in the first 2 deliveries of the innings, but then Elliot Hurd, Kashopa and Shannon Stewart put things right.
The start for Bangladesh was very good. Hussain picking up those 2 important wickets in the first 2 deliveries that he's bowled, but then conceded 21. And look at that, Islam conceding 30, 18, and that's where they just lost the game. But that was because Bangladesh only got 82 on the scoreboard.
Yes, 82 for 3. You know you need much more than that. 90, 95, 100 perhaps. The New Zealand Kiwis registering their first points on the board. And we're hoping that we're going to hear from Shannon Stewart about his magical over. I just looked out of the commentary box, and I can indeed see that he is in the company of Kathy. Kathy, you're going to grill him now.
Sure is. Shannon, congratulations. You look like you're having a bit of fun out there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a bit of fun. Haven't played much cricket lately, so it's good to get a couple in the middle and shank a couple.
And out there with Peter Fulton, you guys are good mates. Who lured who to come here?
There's a few of us. The old boy Wilkie lured us both here, so now we're pretty wrecked to come. Obviously, stuck in New Zealand at this time of year is not great, so it was good to be here. And
you taught the Bangladesh youngsters a bit of a lesson there. Were you expecting a bit more from them?
No, they obviously played really well in the first game, and I'm sure that they'll do well at the tournament, and hopefully we can win 1 or 2 more.
Sri Lanka up next. What are you expecting from them?
Well, obviously they blazed it in the last game, so it's a bit hit or miss this game, so don't take it too serious, and hopefully we can come out on the right side.
Good luck and enjoy it.
Brilliant, thank you. Cheers.
Back to you guys.
Lots of action coming up in the second game. Here's a reminder of what just happened in the run chase. What a dramatic start we had. A wicket. That was the very first ball of the run chase. That was the second ball, a run out. They were not for 2, technically 2 for 2 because of the wide. And then normal service was restored as far as the men in black were concerned. The New Zealand Kiwis romping home with an over to spare, thanks to Shannon Stewart's magical performance with bat and ball. An easy outing for their captain, Peter Fulton. Just walked in right at the end to have the best seat in the house to watch Shannon Stewart hit the winning runs against the young Bangladesh under-19 side, who will be learning with every delivery. They've beaten Sri Lanka the first time out. They've lost again here, but they're not going to go away without a few lessons. They've fielded well, they've bowled well, and they've played sensibly. But they are up against some of the best in the world, and this will stand them in good stead for the future. The only thing we couldn't bring up between Nikhil Chopra and myself was 100 Virgin Atlantic sixes, and that task will fall to the ace, Awais Shah, in the company of Ryan Campbell, as Hong Kong take on the MCC, coming up shortly.
Welcome back to the Kowloon Cricket Club. The action has been fast and furious all morning, and it promises to be continued as the home team, Hong Kong, are in desperate need of a win, and they're up against the boys from the MCC. Joining me in commentary is Awais Shah. It's going to be a bit of barracking in this game because obviously I'm going to go for Hong Kong, you're going to go for the MCC. Who's going to win this one?
Well, Ryan, MCC. Pretty simple as that. Well, they've had a tough game first up.
It's tough with these two teams. The Hong Kong side have lost their first 2 matches. The MCC, they too got hit for a massive score and couldn't chase it down. The lads from Hong Kong have decided they want to field first in this occasion. Bubba Hyatt and the boys will need to do some big moves to make sure they can turn it around. I noticed that there has been one change for Hong Kong. Tanveer Ahmed comes in. He is known for his death bowling in the 50-over format. Hopefully that'll get us through. Hopefully, Awais, we can get forward. Jordan Clark's going to get his chance to get off the mark after making a first ball duck in the first game.
Well, yeah, he's going to face the first ball of the game here. And I guess it can only improve from where he left off last time. He's had a game to forget, game number 1. But here we are, game number 2 for MCC. Jordan Clark's on strike.
Everything is ready to go Bubba Hyatt is at the top of his mark. The captain of Hong Kong, he loves his bowling too, Bubba. Here we go. Last games we've been seeing sixes off first balls, wickets off first balls, and we start with a wide. Anti-climax. Started swinging that ball.
It has actually, to be fair, swung all day. Got it right in the area and pitched it up. It has actually shaped a little bit. So guys haven't been able to.
Bubba Hyatt, he's going to try again. And this time he's beaten Geordie Clark, looking to think that he thought it was going to be a wide delivery, but definitely not. So Bubba Hyatt gets a dot ball under his belt. Jordan Clark still hasn't got off the mark in this tournament. I'm sure he will at any moment. This time, he still is on 0. 2 dots in a row. And I've said this before, 3 dot balls, you should be out. But of course it's not. This time, he takes a very, very gusty blow at it and it will pick up 4. He's on his way.
Finally, Clark off and running with a boundary. Didn't actually go where he intended it to go, but I tell you what, he'll take that.
Yeah. Any run will do when you haven't scored one. Little bit agricultural. This time, it's a wide delivery from Hyatt and it's going to cost him 4 runs.
Slashed away there by Clark. Opened the face, getting past deep point. So he's got a couple of boundaries under his name, make him feel a hell of a lot better.
He lost his line there, Bubba Hyatt. Well, the old wide block hole is fine in other forms of the game, but not here. This time it's a bit shorter, a bit of elevation here, and he's got plenty of it for 6, the first one of the game.
That's out of here. Sweetly timed. Got that bottom hand involved there, Cambo. And that disappears over deep mid-wicket. Just there. Gets that bottom hand into it.
Again, high ball. Hyatt's a chance. He's a safe fielder. He is a very safe fielder, Bubba Hyatt. And he takes it. And the MCC lose their first. 1 for 16 off the first over. Bubba Hyatt, the skipper, takes the pole.
That's the end of Jordan Clark. Tries to muscle it again. Gets the leading edge. Bowler does the rest.
Very, very good fielder, Bubba Hyatt. Safe under the high ball. Was only going one way, Geordie Clark, wasn't he? Just wanted to keep going to that leg side.
Yeah, I guess it's you've got to try not to panic. When you've used up a few balls, you've got to be able to say, you know what, okay, I've committed the ultimate crime by using up a couple of dot balls, but you've got to stay calm and try and ease the ball to the boundary rather than just keep trying to slog over deep mid-wicket.
Azaz Khan will take the second over for the Hong Kong side. The skipper, Samit Patel, who batted very well in his first match with a 30-odd retire.
He really needs to play a big innings there for the MCC.
First ball, he gets it right, Azaz Khan. Doesn't need to try and bowl too fast here. We've seen that. The faster you bowl, the further it goes. You just got to execute your plans and where you bowl. You've got to hit the block hole. You've got to hit the death. 4 out of 6. Give it that. If you go for a couple, you're going to go for a couple of sixes or boundaries. But if you can get 4 out of 6 in the right spot, you're halfway there.
Well, yeah, Adams showed us that in the last game when South Africa played. Bowled the last over, got the balls in the block hole, and managed to get South Africa over the line.
4 runs there from Stevens on the outside edge. Almost got it right, but just, of course, it is a tough game. Any edge, beat the keeper, it's always going to be 4. Stevens in the first match for the MCC hit his first ball into next week and then was dismissed with the very next one. Oh, he's got good contact there for 6. Straight down the ground, as straight as an arrow.
Just beautiful timing there by Darren Stevens. One of his strengths. I know he's got the big power game, but I tell you what, when he hits the cricket ball, when he times it, geez, it looks effortless. And he looks good there.
Shorter delivery, straight up in the air. This should be out. Yes, Jamie Atkinson, the wiki, will take the cash. Hong Kong have got 2.
Well, it's not going well for MCC at the moment. They lose their number 2. And it's the big wicket of Darren Stevens. Atkinson completing a very simple catch.
Well, trying to whack it away on the onside, but only went straight up. Was always in big trouble. Atkinson tidies up. And Hong Kong have 2.
It's amazing, isn't it, Ryan? You play a game of 6-a-side. You've got 2 fielders either side of the field, yet you find yourself ways of getting out. It's bizarre.
Ricky Clark, he batted very well in the first game, and he starts off the way he finished with a 6. Bang! Ricky Clark continues where he left off.
Ricky's enjoying this form of the game. He can't stop hitting 6s.
Loving it. He's made the highest score in the tournament so far, 44. And now he started his first innings with a 6. First ball, 6. Thanks for coming. What has he got for us now? Oh, slower delivery, just outside the lines though.
Oh, bit harsh. I thought that was a great bit of bowling. Great bit of variation. Unfortunately, was that little bit wide.
Yeah, it's not exactly a bowler's game. You've got this world's smallest boundaries, and you're literally given 24 inches on the offside to get the ball in it. How can he respond? Getting whacked down the ground as hard as you like for 6. Thanks for coming. Ricky Clark has a couple. Azaz goes for 25 off the over, and the MCC are 2 for 41 after 2.
Nice bit of timing again by Ricky Clark. Doesn't try to overhit it. It's actually interesting. Every time Ricky's not tried to overhit the ball, he's managed to get that bat, full face of the bat on the ball, and managed to just make it look very easy. Trying to hit those 6s the way he has done. It's pretty impressive. Now, this is the thing that's been really bugging me all day. Got a spinner coming on now. The keeper is 10, 15 yards back. Why not go and stand on the length, the batsman, and say, righto, you got to change your game here.
Nizakat begins with a leg bye to Patel. Yeah. I would like the wiki to be more involved here, but like you say, as a batsman, okay, no worries, I'll stand where I want.
Yes, for me, one-day cricket's all about making your opposition trying to make the adjustments.
Short ball, he's only going to get a leg bye for it. Got away with one there, did the Nizakat Khan. The Cat, as he's commonly known in Hong Kong, does hit a big rock and bowl some good leggies. That's pretty short and pretty wide, and it's going to go for 6.
Sliced away by Samit Patel. Yeah, there's a bit of Shahid Afridi about the Cat, isn't there? He's got that little bound when he runs into bowl.
Yeah, he's a good cricketer, good athlete. Just a little bit short there. Azaz Khan was on the point boundary. He thought he had a piece of it, but just out of reach. Again, this one sounds better, and it's going to go a long way. And Patel, again, is starting to motor.
Yeah, muscled away there by Samit Patel.
That's the KCC members stand. They're having a good day, and so is Patel now as he hits 3 in a row. 3 big ones from Samit Patel. We're up to 108 Virgin Atlantic 6s for the day. And after 5 rocks, it's gone for 19 off this one. What can Cat do now? Slows it down. He's going to get cut for 4.
Great batting by Samit. Just waited for it that much longer. MCC 65 for 2 at the end of 3 overs.
Yeah. They're motoring along here again, the MCC lads. Nizakat Khan going for 23. Here's the rules if you just joined us. If you haven't seen this game before, what you'll see is that 5 fielders all have to bowl an over. The wiki doesn't. Generally, it's a lot of fun, a lot of slogging going on, and some good cricket as well. You've got to think your way through it.
Well, Ricky Clark's on strike.
And first rock has literally gone into next week. That is a beauty. Welcome to Sixers, Tanveer Ahmed. Playing his first game of the day. He's just got deposited onto Cox's Road. Ricky Clark thinks batting is awesome.
What a clean strike that was. A beautiful cricket shot by Ricky Clark.
So the pressure's on Tanveer. The youngster tries to bowl full and has gone for 6 again. There's 2 from 2.
Tell you what, Ricky Clark is absolutely loving this. He thinks this is easy. I bet he wants to play this every day of the week.
He's 25 off 5 to go along with his 44 off about 3 balls in the first game. He is going well. Now, Tanveer Ahmed is actually known for his death bowling in 50-over cricket, and right now the young man's under the gun because his third ball has bowled him. What a good way to come back, a beauty. He's knocked over the man in form, Ricky Clark.
Ricky can't believe it. He's shaking his head. I'm not sure if that was a good bit of bowling or shocking bit of batting. I thought it was there. It was there in the slot. How's he missed it?
Yeah, he probably tried to hit it a little bit too square, perhaps. The rest of the balls that he had hit was nice and full flow of the straight bat. That one he went across a little bit, and Tanveer, the youngster, fights back.
Yep. Cardinal sent, trying to play across the line, Ricky Clark. That bottom hand in far too early. In comes John Simpson for the MCC.
And first ball, he takes him downtown. That's a better start from Simo, because in game 1 that he played, he tried to push the first one just for a single, just to get himself underway.
Just wanted to make sure he didn't get a naught all the way.
We don't like that.
All the way in Hong Kong.
There's no point. This one here is probably a 3-wood down the ground for 6. So Tanveer under the pump, maybe has got another wicket. Oh no! Nizakat, probably the best fielder in Hong Kong, has put it down. That is disappointing.
Best fielder? Is he?
Actually, he is.
Wow.
It's actually a gun. But that is not his best piece of work. Will it be costly? Patel facing the last ball of Tanveer's over. Right up in the block hole, and he hits it down the ground. And this time it's 4 as well. A great over for the MCC. It goes for 23, and after 4, they're 3 for 88.
Yes, and the MCC powering along now. They're looking good here. Last shot of John Simpson, that drop catch. Could that be costly?
It's almost like he didn't see that. It's hit him on the wrist. Didn't really get hands to it, which is quite disappointing for the local crowd. They want their heroes to win a game. And it's going to be Ehsan Khan, the off-spinner, to finish the business in the last over. What is a very crucial over. 88 already on the board. Simpson misses the first one, and they'll run a bye.
Well, the MCC will be happy with this. With the right-handed Samit Patel on strike.
So he's going to have the short boundary to deal with. And again, I hate to keep harping about it, but I don't like how deep the Hong Kong wicketkeeper, Jamie Atkinson, stands, especially the spinner. I think if you're good enough to beat the bat, there can't be a run.
Yeah, I completely agree. You cannot go for a run off a good ball.
Well, especially when you got left and right-handers on strike. Now, he has the short boundary. It doesn't matter because he knocks him clean as a whistle. What do I know? Give him a bye, get the other bloke on strike, knock him over. That's what we want to do. A big wicket there for Hong Kong.
Good bit of bowling there by Ehsan. So they conceded the 1 run. Picked up the key wicket of Samit Patel. That's the end of Samit. And he walks Gareth Berg, the Hampshire all-rounder.
Yeah, it's a big wicket, and Ehsan Khan loves it. So, again, that's good bowling from the right-arm off-spinner. Really trying to take away the length so they can work with it. Simpson, the lefty, what has he got up his sleeve? I would have thought somewhere in mid-wicket region. Oh, but that's good bowling. And beats Atkinson to the outside. It's 4. It's disappointing because it was a good piece of bowling.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there. The wicket-keeper tried his best to cover the angle. Unfortunately, the ball got away from him. So that was a welcome boundary for the MCC. We'll move on to 94 for 4 with 2 balls remaining. Trying to get as many as they can. I wonder if John Simpson's eyeing up the Hublot sign over deep mid-on.
Well, we got a slight delay. Slight delay because, if you can believe it, we're looking for a couple of balls because our stock of 300, I'm sure, is running low already. So we got 2 to go. It's been a great over from Ehsan so far. 1 for 5 off it. This time it's 2 for 5. Beautiful bowling.
He's on fire, Ehsan. He's picked up 2 for 5.
2 for 5. The MCC lose wicket number 5.
With 1 ball to go.
And we have a chance to have a team bowled out for the first time.
Gareth Berg on strike. I know Gareth likes to sweep the ball. This guy bowling so full.
This time it could be out, and would you believe it, they have been bowled out. MCC have been bowled out, and Ehsan Khan has bowled the last over of the innings and taken 3 for 5. Can you believe it?
Well, I can't believe what I'm watching. 3 for 5 by an off-spinner in a 6-a-side tournament. What is going on?
Fantastic, that's what it is. And all of a sudden, the MCC were looking like they were going to post in excess of 100 and now being bowled out for 94 from their 5 overs. Low full toss, managed to hit it straight down the throat of Bubba Height, and he is the best catcher in Hong Kong. And he made it look very easy. And Ehsan Khan, if you reckon that 6s is fun and that doesn't mean anything to the players, you can just look at the reaction from the guys. It means the world to them.
It certainly does. Well, there we have it. MCC, slightly disappointing. They've had a couple of guys, Ricky Clark, Samit Patel, who hit some big lusty blows, but I thought they were probably, the way they started, probably should have posted in excess of 100 runs. But 94 it is what they've come up with, and they'll have to try their best to defend that against a powerful Hong Kong team.
Yes, it promises to be an excellent second innings. The MCC 94 all out after the batting, and here's the bowling figures. Early on, the Hong Kong boys were copying it from everywhere. 20, Azar's 25, Nizakat 23 with Tanvit. But look at that, 6 balls, 4 dots, 3 wickets for 5. Ehsan Khan, absolutely outstanding. He's given his team a real big chance of getting their first win for the game. Let's go downstairs to Gotham because we got the Sri Lankan and the New Zealand skippers standing by.
We certainly have, and I'm here looking for a step ladder. Two giant men next to me, Parvez Maroof, Peter Fulton, somewhere up there. Parvez, you have the coin. Two men coming off a win. Let's flip it.
Tails.
Tails is the call from Peter Fulton. It is a tail. Peter, you've won the toss. Let me jump in here. What are you going to do?
We'll have a bowl.
Okay, is that just par for the course as far as this tournament's concerned?
I'm not too sure, really. I think it's quite nice sometimes to know what you're chasing, but you've got to make sure you're not chasing a massive score anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think.
You're the last team that was seen in action here, but you started with a good win there.
Yeah, we did. We had some of our guys, had a pretty good day, so we bowled and fielded well, so hopefully we can continue that against a, pretty dangerous Sri Lankan side.
And you had a nice, easy time walking out there, watching the winning runs being hit from the non-striker's end?
Yeah, it'd be nice if that continues, and I'm not required, but we'll see how we go.
Good luck, Peter.
Cheers.
Parvez, if we can get you in there, you've been asked to bat, but you've been coming off one loss, but a good win after that.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I'm looking to bat first anyway, so I'm not worried about the toss. So I think, first game we didn't play to our potential. The second game we did play to our potential, got a win. So it's an important game coming up.
Tell us about that last game, because when Australia started chasing 16, 2 overs, we thought, oh my God, this was going to be a rout, but you obviously had your boys in together.
And that's the beauty of the game, isn't it? I mean, one good over changed the entire complexion. I mean, 2 overs, 60 runs, as you said. And we pulled back marvellously well to win it by 20 runs, I think.
Target score for you here?
Hard to say. I mean, it all depends on the start. So we see how it goes. We'll take by over and over.
All right, all the best, Parvez. So there you have it. The news from the toss is the Sri Lankans will be batting first because Peter Fulton has won the toss and decided to bowl.
Thanks, big man. Don't wish I'm not down there. They were 2 big boys there, and with my height, I'm pretty happy to stand. But this is what happened in the MCC innings. They lost a couple of wickets early doors, but they were starting to go well. And they had Ricky Clark starting to hit the ball well. Stevens was hitting the ball well, but then he lost his way. It was all going really the MCC's way, you thought. And I know that you were sitting here thinking, wow, we're going to smash a million.
Yeah, but full credit to the Hong Kong bowlers. They really fought back well, and especially the way they finished the competition, the innings. Sure, Ricky Clark was again on his way, hitting those lusty blows, picking balls up. But once they saw the back of Ricky, they really went well. The Hong Kong bowlers, and especially when they finished up the last over with Ahsan Khan picking up key wickets. That was the over. Picked up his 3 wickets, got the key wicket of Samit Patel. John Simpson, and the last ball of the innings, Gareth Berg gifting his wicket away. So 94 is what they were able to manage off their allotted 5 overs.
Well, is the Group B, which will be seeing the Kiwis play against Sri Lanka in their next match. And it's a very crucial game that we have here because Hong Kong haven't won a game from either of their first 2 matches. And they really need to win this game. The MCC, of course, they've got a lot of experienced players and they'll be ready. Bit of a change for Hong Kong here, I notice. Nizakat Khan is going to join his captain in Bubba Hyatt at the top of the order. And these 2 are the most dangerous of all the Hong Kong players.
Well, clearly Hong Kong have decided to really try and grab the initiative from the start of their innings. Get the big 2 hitters up front. They've got the license to go and smash the ball, get their 30 ASAP and try and win the game as soon as they can. Gareth Berg to continue for the MCC.
Smack down the ground from Bubba Hyatt. It was probably going to be a wide if he let that go. A little bit of swing, as we've spoken about all day. There has been just a little bit for the bowlers.
It has. I think the ball has swung a little bit when you got it right. And rightly so. I mean, this game's so heavily weighted towards the batters for the ball to be able to swing.
It's high, in the air. Is it going to be 6? I reckon it's just got enough to get over.
Yeah, it was top edge.
It was definitely a top edge and touch and go, but it has gone for 6. Nizakat Khan gets going. So the field, we've got 2 on the leg side. It's like a cow corner and deep mid on. There's no square leg. There's a deep mid off and a point. Well, that's a good piece of fielding from Berg off his own bowling. Nizakat Khan, his strength is actually the offside, and he'll be looking over the cover point area as a norm. And there it goes, straight through that point area.
Like you said, Cambo, offside. Clearly tries to say leg side of the ball and just throws his hands through the line of the ball. Just there, accelerating through the power zone, the hitting zone.
5 years as his batting coach, I kind of know which way he wants to go. I'd be disappointed if I didn't. But I tell you what, he can also go the long way home over mid-on, and he has.
That is out of air. That is a proper, in cricketing terms, what we call a proper slog across the line. But I tell you what, it's effective, and it's 6 more for Hong Kong.
Last ball, 17 off so far. What has the Cat got in store, this last one? That's going to be a wide and handy. And they'll take an extra as well. So 3 off. Suddenly we're at 20 already.
Yeah, Berg proving rather expensive here. Still got 1 more ball to go with Baba Haya to face.
And he's going to go long town. And if you're a cameraman, get out of the way, you're going to die.
I'm not sure if the cameraman saw that.
I don't reckon our cameraman has seen that, because that is at his right-hand side by about 4 inches.
Have to have another look at that. Struck him very well.
If we can have a look from the other way, have a look how close that is. That is almost a lot of cash getting destroyed, let me tell you.
Here he is. We're talking about the man on the right.
Boys were steadfast, didn't move, didn't flinch. Gutsy.
Committed to their jobs, mate. They're committed to their...
26 up the first. A great start for Hong Kong. And the change with Nizakat going to the top of the order seems to have worked so far. That ball is going to go for 6 nicely and neatly over cover.
That was effortless. Literally just timed it over extra cover for 6. Doesn't try and hit it, only almost hit it with 1 hand. The game's too easy.
Next ball is high and long and going into next week. That is big.
That is a monster by Nizakat Khan.
We've said big a lot of times today, but that one could have been the biggest of them all.
Ryan, how's this guy not opened the batting in the other 2 games?
Well, right now, he's on the verge of retiring because he's 28 off 6. Oh, and he misses a ball, but they're going to call it a wide. And there's going to be an extra and maybe another, but no. So they'll take 3 for it. Nizakat Khan stays on 28 off 6. Baba Hyatt's only faced the 2 rocks. He's on 7. He's just easing into his work. And he's going to ease another one straight to square leg. He has, and he's out. The captain's gone. A big wicket.
It seems a huge wicket there by the MCC. That's the end of the captain of Hong Kong. Darren Stevens picking up a wicket off a leg stump, half volley, would you believe?
And the crowd here goes silent because the locals want to win. And Jamie Atkinson comes and joins Nizakat Khan, who's on the brink of retiring. And he hits that one out of here to say goodbye. Thanks for coming, Cat. 34 will do you, and go sit on the pine.
Wow, what an innings. Only the 7 balls for his 34. That is a great bit of batting by Nizakat Khan, and Hong Kong are looking very strong here. We only need 48 more runs with the 20 allotted balls.
Well, 1 for 47 of 1.4 overs, and the Cat literally, effortlessly, just whacked that over mid-off for a major. Azaz Khan, he finds his way to the middle and puts the first ball straight back to the bowler. He'll get a dot as Darren Stevens.
Wow, a rare dot ball in the 6-a-side competition. Darren Stevens gone for 21 of his 5 balls, so he was happy with that dot ball. Can he finish off with another dot ball?
Oh, that's good bowling right up in the block hole. And they're only going to get one. Now, you've got to remember, the cat's back in the shed, retired, but Bubba Hyatt, the other danger man, he's out. So Hong Kong are going to be reliant on a couple of other players here, and Jamie Atkinson, the former skipper, has to step up to the plate. Two overs down, 48 on the board, chasing 95 to win. The game is literally 50-50. The skipper, Samit Patel, is going to take the third over to Azaz Khan, who will, I promise you, be aiming only one place, and that's the leg side. First ball he hits to the leg side, down the ground, and down the ground for 4.
Managed to place that beautifully between two deep fielders. Good effort there by Gareth Berg in the deep, but one man managed to be able to keep the ball in play.
This one goes the same direction, airborne, but he's going to get around to the ball this time, and it's just a single. And Atkinson, who was 20-odd not out after opening the batting the next game, faces his first rock and hits it straight along the ground through the extra cover area for a magnificent boundary.
That was a nice cricket shot, that. Opened up nicely to access the offside. Let's have a look at that. Inside out. Just eases it through extra cover.
He's trying to go down the ground again. Will he get a single? They're looking at 2, and they will get it. Some good fielding down there from Geordie Clark, I think it is.
Yep, Jordan Clark there at deep mid-on. Very busy at the moment. Samit Patel's going okay here.
A dirty hack from Atkinson there. He's going to get 4. That's the only way you can sum that up. A dirty hack.
You're dead right. It was a dirty hack, but nevertheless, 4 more for Hong Kong, who are looking very good, and I've got a feeling they might just get over the line in this game. 32 more runs required.
5th ball, and Atkinson's going the same way. He's only going to get a single with this one. There's going to be 16 off the over from Patel, and at the end of 3, Hong Kong are 64, chasing 95 to win.
I think Samit Patel's asked Ricky Clark to come and have a bowl from this commentary end. He's got to really, really come to the party here, Ricky, because this is probably the key over. If he can leave perhaps 20-odd runs for the final guy to bowl the over, then MCC have a chance. But if it's less than 20, I think backing Hong Kong there to win the game.
Well, great contest then ahead of us. Ricky Clark, a world of experience, gets an inside edge and goes for 4 as Atkinson. And he did try and hit that into next week.
Dear, oh dear. He actually managed to get it in that block hole, but unfortunate for Ricky. Still gone for 4.
Atkinson won't die wondering, I promise you that. Wants to hit on the offside generally, but he is going the onside route at the moment. Just tries to hitting the ball a little bit too hard.
Well, it's 5 off 2. Still got 4 balls to go, Ricky.
That's a full toss, and he's got away with one because he's hit it straight to Patel at deep mid-on, and he's gone. Azaz Khan's on his way.
A welcome wicket for the MCC. They'll be happy with that. Not just a wicket, also a dot ball. So getting that run rate back high for Hong Kong is key for MCC. Like you mentioned earlier, the cat is still in the hut. You can still walk out there if they keep losing wickets.
So Ehsan Khan comes to the wicket, and he just hits his first ball down the mid-on for a single. So far, Ricky Clark has bowled a belter. 4 balls for just 6 runs. And suddenly the pressure is right back on Hong Kong. And Atkinson delivers because he takes it down the ground for a big one.
That's again out of here. Atkinson getting underneath the ball. Full face of the bat. Straight over the bowler's head for 6.
Last ball, and it could be a wide or in a misfield. So they're going to take a single. And so they'll get 3 for it if... no. He didn't call a wide there. And I tell you, Ricky's got away with one. I'd like to have another look at that. But after the end of 4, it's 2 for 77. And I wonder if that will come back to haunt Hong Kong.
Well, it looks like someone like, I think it's Jordan Clark who's going to be coming to bowl the last one. Let's have a look at this.
That's clearly a wide. The dotted lines are the marking point, not the main line. So MCC have got a little free gift.
They certainly have. A little bit of luck for the MCC.
So what do we need? We need 18 off 6 if you're a Hong Kong fan. And that'll help us, because that's 6. I'm going to say us, because I lived here for 5 years, so I'm going to be a part of it and work with them.
That's fair enough.
You're an MCC lad, I'm a Hong Kong lad.
Well, bowling like that doesn't help us. Full toss. The batsman's helped it away. Only needed just his left hand to swat it for a 6.
That's going to be a wide, surely. So it's going to be a wide. They'll take an extra, that's 3. And they'll bowl it again.
That's 9 of 5 required. Hong Kong looking favourites now.
So Ehsan Khan, it's short, it's wide, and he's hit it for 4. He's having a good day, Ehsan Khan, because if you cast your mind back, he bowled the over. That probably got Hong Kong back in the game. 3 for 5 he took in the last over.
He is. And the guy who's not having a very good day is Jordan Clark at the moment. He really needs to come up with something now.
He's got a lot of this. Is it long enough? You betcha. Hong Kong are home. You little beauty.
Dear oh dear. MCC go crashing down to the mighty Hong Kong.
Hong Kong win their first game of the tournament, and the home crowd are in raptures, because that's what they're here to see.
That's 2 defeats out of 2 for the MCC. Hong Kong are over the moon after that Ehsan Khan 6.
Jamie Atkinson on screen did a good job, but it was a Nizakat Khan that really got him off to a great start. And then Ehsan Khan's over. That 5th though was fantastic. The KCC lads up there in the box are pretty happy.
Well, if there's a man of the match award, I'll be giving it to Ehsan Khan, Cambo.
Oh, mate, that's probably the best over ever bowled in a Sixers tournament. 6 balls, 3 for 5.
There
was
he is.
Absolutely outstanding. And let's have a look at the batting card. And as you can see, Nizakat Khan, 34 off 7 was simply outstanding. Atkinson with his 28 from 9 was enough, and 2 for 96. With 3 balls to spare, Hong Kong record a really good win in front of a home crowd. The bowling figures for the MCC won't be good reading.
Unfortunately, no, it won't be good reading. There's not much to write home about. Ricky Clark, probably the only guy who stood up. But, yeah, wow. Jordan Clark came in for tap. He went for 19. Gareth Burke, 26. And at the end of the day, I don't think MCC got enough runs to be really competing against Hong Kong, who were very, very happy with that victory over the MCC.
So there's your match summary. The MCC batting first, made 94 all out. Can you believe it? All out. They lost 3 wickets in the last over, and that really cost them. And Hong Kong, in chasing, just lost the 2 wickets and got there with 3 balls to spare in what was a very exciting game for the home team. These are the highlights of what happened when Nizakat came forth and slogged from the very go and set them off on their path to victory.
Yeah, it was plenty of power shots there by Hong Kong. Even a little bit of luck going their way, the odd top edge, but Nizakat Khan really showed the way for the Hong Kong guys. The captain getting out there to a leg stump-out volley. But it was all Nizakat Khan today, a little bit earlier on, who retired.
That was a boundary from Azaz Khan who came in, but then they got a little bit wobbly there in the middle as they lost a couple of wickets. But then Jamie Atkinson cleared the rope just before the last over to give him a bit of space, and then Ehsan Khan finished the job, and he was pretty happy about it as well. And he, as you can see, knows how important that win is for Hong Kong. So that's what we've got coming at your way. The New Zealand Kiwis up against Sri Lanka, and don't go away for 2 o'clock because South Africa and Pakistan will be absolutely a cracking game of cricket, as those two have been outstanding. But got them standing by for us downstairs. Let's go down to you, big fella.
Yes, indeed, the man of the moment with me with bat and ball. But we're going to talk about that last over first, because MCC were looking like getting 110, maybe even 120. Talk us through that last over.
Yeah, actually, thanks Allah, we won that match. And after about my last over, thanks to my teammates, they trust on me. That they always, when passing the captain, that he said that, just give them under the 100 and, just trust on yourself and do well.
What was the strategy? What did Babar Hayat say to you? Any particular kind of ball? Because they were really going well at that stage.
Yeah, we already have planned before for that, for the tournament, that full ball, short ball and something like that. So we just, and it's work, the full ball. So I said no short ball, and I put the all balls, full.
Sometimes when it's your day, you took the bat in hand and finished the job.
Yeah, I trust myself that I was waiting for the bad ball, and suddenly he gave me, both 2 balls bad, like one outside, and the last one, it's under the bat, so I just go for hit, and it was 6.
Many congratulations, well done to the Hong Kong team. Ehsan Khan delighted with his performance. The home team are on the board.
And there you have it. The New Zealand Kiwis taking on Sri Lanka. New Zealand won the toss. Peter Fulton, the captain, Shannon Stewart, Ronil Hira, Raj Shashopa, Graham Begin and Elliot Hurd for the Kiwis.
Parviz Maharoof, Tilaparatni Sampat, Angelo Pereira, Renuka Rajapakse, Ramith Rambuguela and Jeevan Mendes, who bowled such a beautiful over in their last game. And this is going to be a big game in this group, isn't it? Because New Zealand were excellent and Sri Lanka had a great win over Australia in their last game. So it's good to decide who comes first in this group.
And absolutely, and Shannon Stewart bowled the best over. You're just conceding, I think, 3 runs in that over. So Kiwis have got coming back of some sort of momentum. And in the previous game, good signs for Hong Kong, registering their first win over the MCC. And starting proceedings for the Kiwis is Hira, the left-arm spinner. So there you have it, big game. Rajapakse to take strike. This should be a high-scoring game because don't forget Sri Lanka got 115 as well in the competition, and the first ball starts off with maximum. Flicked away, or fire leg for 6. That's a good start.
Isn't it? I was going to say, it's hot here in the commentary box, but the action out there is even hotter, isn't it? And first ball just picked up, leg side 6. Thank you very much.
And once again, looking to flick it away. Do you get enough bat or any part of that cricket bat on that ball? Let's have a look at the umpire. Oh.
Well, there we go. He's given it
just
runs,
a boundary,
hasn't he?
so obviously inside edge, so good start for Sri Lanka.
Well, interesting tactic here from the Kiwis, bowling round wicket into leg stump and only 2 fielders on the leg side. That's been pretty standard so far, hasn't it? But with where he's bowling at the moment, you think they could actually gamble and bring a fielder across.
If you're looking to target leg stump Yorkers, you're absolutely right. There it is, looking to improvise and does it with style as well. Looking to use his feet, coming down the track, making it into a full toss and just paddled it away to a square leg for another boundary. There you have it. There's improvisation.
Well, it was interesting listening to Jeevan Mendes.
Once again, looking to dance down the track, but looking to slog sweep. Missing it. They wouldn't mind a single.
After they won their first game against, well, their second game against Australia, saying probably took it a little bit too casually the first game, but then got it right the second time round.
Dancing down the track, looking to run the first one hard. Oh yes, that's a good bit of running. Good throw, but that's a good bit of running. 17 of the first over, that's a good start. This tournament, the format is so quick. If you're casual, even for a couple of deliveries, the momentum can be lost. So you've got to be on top of the game every single delivery.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely crucial, isn't it? And I think you can see some guys come in, they're here to have a good time, but equally it's competitive out there, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt, Chris, absolutely. You know, you don't want to concede boundaries, you want to slip in those jokers, pick up wickets, get a good catch in. There you have it. That's the points table in the Group B. The Kiwis 2 points. This is the second game. Sri Lanka, they played 2, but they've lost 1 game as well. They're on 2 points as well. Bangladesh have played 2 games. They've lost 1. They're also on 2 points. So this is going to be an interesting group to watch out. But right now, get your hard hats out because 6s are flying around.
What a shot that, isn't it? Just stood there, just went with it, hit it straight over square leg into the trees. They're standing behind the stand.
This was the Virgin Atlantic 6, number 122 in the competition. Make that 123. Flat-batted 6.
Well, he's hit that over 2 metre Peter out at mid-wicket, hasn't he? So he's got enough of it.
There you go. That's a good old slog sweep there.
Isn't it? Agricultural.
Effective. Once again, same, and the results the same. 3 and 3. You got reigning 6s here, and make that tally for the Virgin Atlantic to go to 124.
Wow, that just looks like he's bowling in the wheelhouse here, asking the batsman where he wants it.
Length balls can be pretty tough. Straight down, is it? Oh, great effort. Just conceding one. Great effort there by Hira in long off. Going for the catch. I think that was the key.
Tacked it hard there, didn't he? Didn't quite get to it. Looked like he almost stopped it on the half volley.
Full toss. This is out of here. That is out. Out of the park. So he's not having the best of days. Begin.
No, not the start he wanted. Or New Zealand's just bowled in the slot here and he's been punished.
Full toss. I don't think he's timed it as well as he would have liked. Oh, unfortunate. A couple of deliveries ago, he had a great effort. But this one just couldn't manage to hold on. Begin finishes is over, conceding 27. So it's a good start for Sri Lanka. 45 for no loss of 2. Bring in Stewart. You need to cut down the score rate.
Weir is in the firing line there, isn't he? He's had a couple of tough opportunities. Had to run hard. Oh, he probably should have got that one, shouldn't he? He did the hard work. He got there. Almost took it on his chest. Almost ran underneath it, didn't he?
It's been a good start. Take a look at that. Rajapaksa, 21 of 6. Pereira, 23 of 6 as well. So it's been a good start. Fulton to come and bowl the third over. This is going to be interesting. Sri Lanka's got the momentum they were looking for. Initially on, short, looking to carve it away towards mid-wicket, but finds the man. First wicket down for Sri Lanka. Pereira back in the hut.
Yeah, it just looked like it got a little bit high on him and it hit the bat up near the splice. He didn't get enough of it and only managed to reach about 5 metres from the rope. And the fielder out there at a deep square ran in and took a pretty safe catch, didn't he?
More timing, more power behind that. It was in the slot. I guess he's looking for the Yorker, but Fulton surprising. Pereira there.
Shannon Stewart out there in the deep.
Oh, that is out of here. That's just picked away off the legs on top of the roof of the Kowloon Cricket Club.
He's targeted that boundary, hasn't he? As a left-hander, it can be quite difficult with a left and right-hander in, can't it? Because you don't know how to protect some of these boundaries. They're so small.
Yeah, the line, the length as well, attacking leg stump, never easy. Once again, looking to go over mid-wicket, but gets the outside edge for boundaries, and I think that's where he retires as well, because that's got him to 31 of 8 deliveries. Great start. I think he's given the start that his team was looking for. Rajapaksa retiring on 31.
What was interesting too, I think in the first game from memory, Jeevan Mendes almost batted last. But he's come in at number 3 here to help this momentum that Sri Lanka have.
I think the captain for Rez Maroof taking this game a little more seriously.
Yes.
Not out is the call.
I think it was a fairly solid inside edge on that one.
Would have been the first leg before of the tournament so far.
Yeah. Not many players getting in line with it, are they? They're giving themselves room to hit the ball.
There it is. That is colossal. Goodbye. See ya. That took off. That was Virgin Atlantic 6, number 127. And that has been incredible hit.
Look at his stance here. Where do you think he's trying to hit this? Oh,
that is poor bowling. Not the line, not the length that you're looking for. That's just easy pickings.
Isn't it? It's just where you need to take a second to think what the batsman's trying to do here. When he's standing like that, he's only going over the leg side, isn't he, really? To bowl one at his front shoulder, when you're not going to have a fine leg, are you?
No, it hasn't been the best of starts for the Kiwis. I guess that stance that you're talking about, Chris, did it. And that's a big hit. Not happy with it. He's looking at his toe. He's probably hit it outside Hong Kong and he's still not happy with it. There's the man. Stewart Bowled really well in the previous game, but not a great start. First ball is out of here over long on. 6.
Well, that was really good batting because actually it wasn't the worst ball and he almost got it in the block hole. Maruf managed to get enough of his bat on it. Almost told the bat, wasn't it?
Dancing down the track. That is out of the middle of the bat and over the Kowloon Cricket Club. Captain looking to make a move now. Consecutive 6s for Sri Lanka. Ooh, he's looking for the 3rd in a row. Wants to steal the 1. No. The rare dot ball.
Different for Stewart here than he had in his the last game, isn't it? What were his figures in his last game?
Conceded 1 for 3. Low full toss.
Could be out.
One hand. Yeah. Captain departs. The hand, bottom hand coming off the bat.
Caught by Peter Fulton out there, the captain for the Kiwis, who probably has some of the bigger hands in the competition, I would have thought. Made that look easy, didn't he?
Very easy. Low full toss. Just didn't time it. Bottom hand coming off the bat, and that's why no power behind the shot to get it over the ropes. Now Mendes. Again, the bottom hand coming off and not timing it. Who gets under it?
Oh, fantastic catch.
Fantastic catch. Take a look at that. Stewart didn't want any of it. Wow. Great effort. I hope he hasn't injured himself seriously.
Hasn't managed to do that. He looked to take that pretty clean. Most players would have ran in and just caught that with their fingers pointing down, but the fielder there has run underneath it. He's taken an incredible catch over it. Yeah. Reverse hands. It's a fantastic effort.
I think he hurt the tooth when he fell down. The ball was, in his hand, and he just hit the ball. And that might have hurt him. Could be dangerous sometimes.
It was a spectacular catch.
Take a look at this. Watch this. He's taking the catch. Now when he comes down, watch the hands, and there you go. Ball hits the mouth, and that's where.
Had both feet in the air when he took that.
Tooth Fairy won't be happy. Well, there it is. Third. 7-9 for 3, bowling the last 6 deliveries for the Sri Lankan side. Can they maximize this? They have got past 110 in the competition so far.
You want to be targeting 100, don't you? That seems like a bit of a winning score if you can get yourself into 3 figures.
Oh, that's a good hit. But has he timed it? He's placed it, but no real power. Just 2. Good start for her, just conceding 2 of the first delivery of the last over.
Yeah, and vice versa. I think if New Zealand can keep them into the 90s, that they'll be very pleased with their work.
Sure, because at one stage they were looking, they will get past 100 easy. What is that gone? Into the buildings, across the road, over the Hublo Big Bang. My friend. Good outing, Ramit. Big 6. 90. 2 to go. Can they get 12 of the last 2? Looking for the 2 6s.
Oh, no.
That should be close to a wide. Yes, there it is. So that would be 3 runs and not a ball being bowled.
You don't want to be doing that too. That hurts.
Especially towards the end of the innings, it's momentum shift. Making him get some room, but misses. Well bowled. That's a better delivery.
Last ball, I think he's got a little top edge into his own helmet there.
Trying to get in a run out. So there you have it. Sri Lanka getting 95. New Zealand need 96 to win. It's been a decent last couple of overs. At one stage, Sri Lanka was looking well past 100, 110, but they've been able to pull it back, which has been pretty good. So, nice. We'll have to see what the Sri Lankan boys do. Looking to defend 95 on the board. There you have it. Let's have a look at that batting card for Sri Lanka. Rajapaksa was absolutely fantastic. 31 of 8 deliveries. Pereira, 23, getting out. And then Maruf hit a couple of big lusty blows and getting out 12. In the 5 overs, Sri Lanka getting 95 for 3.
Yeah, and a pretty good effort there by the Kiwis. I think they'll be happy with their work. It started off a little bit bad for them, but they pulled it back at the ends and restricted Sri Lanka to under 100. And I think that they'll think they can chase this down.
Well, they should be happy. And Stewart once again conceded 13. With some local support there. It is getting hot. And everybody enjoying the atmosphere here at the Kowloon Cricket Club, where the Hong Kong Sixes 2017 taking place. There it is. A couple of glasses of cold beverages, and the hats are out. Getting nice, sunny.
Stand is just starting to fill up a little bit, isn't it? In the afternoon session as it takes place.
And the big game coming up, South Africa versus Pakistan. Sohail Tanvir in his first game said that he wanted to go out there and look to defend a target. Let's see what happens. Gautam Bhimani with the 2 captains, South Africa and Pakistan.
Yes, indeed. I do have the 2 captains with me, the defending champion South Africa and 5 times champions Pakistan here. The coin is with Sohail Tanvir. He's going to give it a flick.
Tails.
Tails is the call from South Africa. It's a tail. South Africa win. What's it going to be?
We're going to have a bat.
You're going to have a bat. Interesting tactic, because I know that your opponents also probably want to bat first. So what's the reason for that?
Yeah, we just feel maybe scoreboard pressure might get to them, but that's what the team decided, so we're looking to have a bat.
Obviously, your batters have been in good form, good starts all along. Looking to capitalise further on that?
Yeah. We just want to make calm heads there and do the right decisions when we're out there now.
And you know you've got a formidable bowling attack up against you.
Yeah, I think that's why we're going to look into bat and get scoreboard pressure on them.
All the best.
All the thanks.
Coming to Sohail Tanvir now, were you looking to bat first again?
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking to go with the same plan, but things are not in your control. So, but honestly, I'm happy because the bowling unit I have, I mean, we'll try to restrict them, and I know they're a good batting side, but they are not good bowling side. So we'll try to restrict them to in between 80 to 90, and we'll fancy ourselves to chase it.
Now you've got a world-class bowling unit, the 4 fast bowlers. How happy were you with the performance in the last game, even though you did win, of course?
Yeah, definitely, it was an easy win for us. I mean, we knew that if we put good total on the board, we have good enough resources to defend it. So definitely, I mean, it's the other way around this time, but we'll try to restrict them and then chase it down.
Enjoying opening the batting?
Yeah. Enjoying. It's been a couple of months. I opened in CPL, so that's why I'm carrying it on, and then putting pressure on my shoulders as I'm a skipper and I'm a senior most player in the team.
All the best.
Cheers.
Yeah, when you're the skipper, it's not just about pressure on the shoulders. He can take all the calls he wants to. The decision from the toss, South Africa have won it, and they will bat first.
So there you have it. That's how Sri Lanka got to 95. They started off pretty well. Some great innovations and improvisations, and then Rajapaksa getting stuck into the Kiwi bowlers, getting 31 very, very quickly. Some blasting blows. At one stage, 3 consecutive sixes coming Rajapaksa's way, and in the middle, then the Kiwis getting the game back a little bit and not allowing the Sri Lankans to get over the 100.
Yeah, Sri Lanka looked on target for a big score, particularly after the first 3 overs, and then New Zealand bowlers at the death, Stewart in particular, did a very good job, and as we said before, they restricted to Sri Lanka to under 100, to a score that they'll feel that they can chase on this very small oval.
That was the captain towards the end of the innings, hitting some big lusty blows before he got caught. That's how he got out, trying to hook it over deep in wicket, but the bottom hand coming off and him losing his wicket, and another wicket fell in the same fashion.
Mendes, wasn't it? Yeah, it was to a fantastic catch. Just almost did himself a little bit of an injury there, Elliot Hurd. But yeah, and here we go again. New Zealand turn to bat. They'll be looking to target these first 2 overs. 50 at least, I think they'd be thinking.
96, 30 deliveries. Improvisation, but starts off with a wide. So the Kiwis are definitely coming with a strategy, looking to move around in the batting crease, trying to upset the rhythm of the bowler. Graham Biggin to begin the innings for the Kiwis.
Yeah.
Oh, great delivery.
Well, what we saw in the Sri Lanka-Australia game was Sri Lanka seemed to save their better bowlers to the back end, didn't they? Jeevan Mendes actually bowled the last over, so I think New Zealand will have to attack early here because the pressure will be on and at the death.
Absolutely, especially when you're chasing something like a 95. The first over will make all the difference. Beautifully timed that. That's a 6. Over deep point. Great bit of timing. Low full toss. And that's your tournament. 6 number 131. Keep them flying. Keep them counting. The Virgin Atlantic. The 6 is Meera. Wow. What a delivery. Looking to hoik it over deep mid-wicket. And Hero will not be happy with that effort. Just looking for that slog sweep.
Well, Ramath has almost sucked him in there. A bit of a slow ball outside off stump the ball before, and that one was a lot quicker, wasn't it? It's knocked middle stump out of the ground. It's always a good sight for a bowler, isn't it?
Especially in this format, when you're getting carted away for 6s. You won't disturb the timber. Absolutely. Coming back to the number of 6s, Chris, average tournament over the weekend, you probably get to see over 200 6s being hit. So not the friendliest of formats for the bowlers. Way to go. Wow. Oh, that's another good delivery. Good focused bowling by Ramit. Just looking to get it into the block hole, not allowing the batsman to get underneath or get the elevation that he's looking for. It's been a good start for Ramit and Sri Lanka. And outside edge.
I think that's carried all the way. No, must have just bounced short. Oh no, in fact, the umpire's done me as well. It is in fact a 6. A maximum, an outside edge that's gone down the third man for 6. It looked like an outside edge. It might have been out of the middle.
Just looking to slice open the bat, using the pace and using the pace of the artificial surface and the bounce, helping the ball get carried over the fence. Once again, the big heave inside edge, but 4 more. Ramit not happy, but as long as the boundaries come for the Kiwis, the scoreboard needs to be ticking.
Well, he didn't sound pleased with that, did he? But but yeah, I mean, he was coming off about a 5-step run up there and then actually bowling quite quickly. So you only need to get a little bit of bat on it and it's going to race down fine leg for 4, as we just saw.
There you have it. Some fantastic bit of equipment being used for the Hong Kong 6s in 2017. Black stumps. 2017, the Hong Kong World Series, and each time the bowler disturbs the timber, you get the LED light bills coming.
The zinger bars, isn't it? Great innovation, that.